The future of road transportation will take place between Toyota and Tesla. Especially at this moment when Tesla overtook Toyota to become the world's most valuable carmaker. In 2021, Toyota will unveil their new solid-state battery technology and they plan to sell their vehicles with these solid-state batteries in the early 2020s. Let's examine what we know so far about Toyota's new technology and compare it with Tesla's 4680 battery cells. In recent years, many companies have claimed to have breakthroughs in battery technology, but time has shown that they are not commercially viable and they never saw the light of the day. Likewise, Toyota's battery technology is just hype. Actually, this is a joint venture by Toyota and Panasonic which is called Prime Plant Energy and Solutions, and through this venture, they are working together to develop a new technology. A solid-state battery, in simple terms, uses a solid electrolyte rather than a liquid electrolyte like in conventional batteries. These solid-state batteries are supposed to promise safer and faster charging with better energy density. According to the news sources, Toyota's solid-state batteries will be able to run up to 500 kilometers on one charge, and that charging will take only around 10 minutes. Also, this high charge rate can be done with minimal safety concerns. Moreover, Toyota claims that these batteries will provide double the range of traditional lithium-ion battery under the same conditions. Toyota is planning to unveil an EV prototype with solid-state batteries next year. Currently, they have problems with the charging cycle, scale, and manufacturing costs. So, it is not a viable battery tech yet. But it is expected that Toyota will start production on a large scale only by 2030. On the other hand, Tesla already has a pilot line for their 4680 batteries in Fremont, California, and it is capable of 10 GWh of capacity created per year. Considering the future production, Elon Musk has said that Giga Berlin will be the largest battery cell plant in the world with a capacity of over 100 GWh per year, which possibly will go over 200 to 250 GWh in future. So, by the time Toyota starts its production at a large scale, Tesla will be producing nearly 3 TWh batteries per year. The manufacturing cost of solid-state batteries is another concern. An EV is already expensive than a gas-burning vehicle, and the addition of a solid-state battery make it not a viable alternative, while Tesla is already planning to cut down the price of their batteries by 56% from the current cost, which is $100 per kilowatt-hours. One of the biggest challenge Toyota facing is the shorter lifespan of the solid-state battery, as they tend to fail after repeated charging. They need to figure out how to create an electrolyte that will not become deformed by simply charging and discharging the battery, leading to packing failure. The Japanese government have invested $20 billion to support the decarbonization technology and to boost research and development in this field. On the other hand, Tesla claims that their battery modules will last up to 1500 cycles, 300k to 500k miles, and replacing modules will only cost $5,000 to $7,000. QuantumScape and Toyota are working on solid-state batteries. Tesla is building its own 4680 batteries for electric car with Panasonic, and in Asia, CATL and LG Energy are the other two main players in building lithium-ion batteries for electric cars. The majority of the people in the automotive industry already know that batteries and electricity are replacing oil and gas. People know all about oil and gas, but not too many people know about what is in a battery that powers an electric vehicle. Graphite is one of the main elements in the EV batteries. The anode in Li-ion batteries, LiBs, is made out of graphite. And now companies that mine graphite try testing their own in-house batteries. Several days ago, on March 2nd, one of them, Goldcar Resources Limited, TSXVGEM, FSEBK2P, WKNA2QENP, announced that it will change the company's name to Green Battery Minerals Incorporated. The new name has been chosen to better reflect the company's strategic focus on working towards the exploration for and development of green commodities required by the burgeoning lithium-ion battery market. Today I spoke to the company's representative Hugh Oswald, asking what type of batteries they are working on. Pointing out to February 4, 2021 news release, Oswald said one of the world's leading graphite R&D laboratories located in Germany is under contract by Goldcar Resources Limited to build several sample lithium-ion batteries using graphite from As a leading specialist in graphite, ProGraphite is one of only a few laboratories in the world that have the technology and expertise to create Goldcar's first lithium-ion battery. The world is demanding clean energy and reducing carbon footprints. Goldcar's graphite is unique as it has shown that it can be easily purified without using hydrofluoric acid, which is how the majority of the world's graphite is purified now. Not only is the Birkwood graphite greener, it is also higher grade and coarser compared to generally available graphite from present world producers. In addition to world-class graphite Goldcore shareholders also benefit from an excellent share structure with only approximately 33 million shares outstanding. Our conversation with Oswald continued, touching other battery-related questions. Do you work or have any research about solid-state batteries? No, we are not doing solid-state. How much graphite is used in the solid-state batteries? Not sure, some have graphite and some do not. Visit Torque News homepage for more stories. How much graphite is in a Tesla battery? Because of losses in the manufacturing process, it actually takes over 30 times as much graphite to make the batteries. There is up to 10 kgs of graphite in the average HEV and up to 70 kgs in an EV. There is far more in a Tesla Model S. What is interesting is battery makers are starting to put silicon, small amounts, into the graphite anodes, and that is really giving the battery longevity and speeder charge times. We are also practicing ESG, environmental, social, and corporate governance, Oswald continued, saying the Green Battery Minerals Limited has made a graphite discovery in northern Quebec. The uniqueness of our graphite is what makes us different from other world graphite deposits. We have natural, large flake, high-grade and pure graphite. These characteristics allow us to use extraction processes that do not use hazardous material. Further, our graphite is on surface, which means there will be less waste rock and disruption of the earth, and easier to reclinate back to its natural state. These qualities make it environmentally and economically feasible. Green and clean. On top of this, its location is very important as it is close to infrastructures, meaning again less environmental disturbance. It is also socially correct. Quebec has some of the highest and strongest environmental and social laws, said Oswald to Torque News. He also explained that, by adding two process to the end product of nature large flake graphite, the value can be increased greatly. This end product is what is used in the anode part of LIB. The backbone of the EV, storage and future needs batteries. Price of nature large flake graphite, $2,000 ton. Price of sphericalized nature large flake graphite, $3,000 ton. Price of coated sphericalized nature large flake graphite, $7,500 ton. Green Battery wants to build a plant to purify its graphite, sphericalize it and coat it. Currently, they are looking for funds to pay for lab tests to help prove and substantiate our graphite is applicable to the above. Electric batteries contain raw materials such as lithium and cobalt, but the global reserves of these materials are limited. Both are also controversial for other reasons. The extraction of lithium from mines requires an extremely large amount of water and is associated with high environmental pollution. Alternatively, the raw material can also be extracted from lakes with high lithium deposits. In the case of cobalt, which is also found in smartphones, the mining conditions, which are often associated with child labor, are primarily, but not limited to, criticism. Thus, you see how important is graphite for making electric car batteries. And now the Green Battery Minerals is building test batteries to prove their graphite can be used in making batteries. The company is also working on verifying that the project graphite is amenable to efficient spheronization and coating, and thus to add value to the end product. If the mineral mining companies start building their own EV batteries and succeed in mass production, I will not be surprised if they will become major players in battery making industry, considering the growing high demand for EV batteries and minerals that go into making those batters. In conclusion, Tesla has unveiled a 4680 battery that will charge faster than their current battery technology and have greater energy density and half the cost of its predecessor. Moreover, it can be manufactured on a huge scale to meet the growing demand.